Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Andrea and I'm currently documenting my weight loss journey following the Slimming World plan. So it has been, I think, 2 or 3 weeks since I last updated you all on how everything's going with Slimming World. I have been to group, I have been staying on plan. Just apologies first of all. It's simply because the first week I had my 2 daughters with me. So obviously, if you've been following me for a little while now, you'll see that I'm in my usual little spot where I park up after group and I can chat to you all. So I didn't get a chance to do it then, and then once you get home, I think they were on an inset day or something, and then obviously I got home, I had to go shopping. Anyway, the time escaped me. Kept meaning to do it throughout the week, but I know it's a boring excuse, the yawn fest, but yeah, just with busy family life, I just didn't get a chance to sit down with a camera. And I've got to admit, I do quite like doing it this way as well. I do find it quite therapeutic to just get it done and dusted as soon as the event has happened. And then last week, I had a sleep in last Monday, unintentional. And it meant then that I went to the later group, which was the 5:30 one. So I did still go to group, it was just at 5:30 instead. So again, I just didn't get round to filming because obviously with me missing out going at that time, like as my usual 10 o'clock time, it just meant then everything for that day was out of sync. And again, I just didn't get round to it until today. So that's what I'm doing now. So it's a triple weight update. So the last time I spoke to you, I think was for the 23rd of October, and I'd lost 1.5 pounds that week, which was happy days. It was a loss, which was brilliant. I know I sounded like negative Nelly that day because obviously I was expecting more with how hard I'd worked, especially because the previous 2 weeks to that I'd maintained those times. So I was 1.5 lost with a 9 pound loss overall that week. I have weighed in 3 times now, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my book. I've got it here. Excuse me. Choking on thin air, as you do. So I've been to group on the 30th of the 10th, the 6th of the 11th, and the 13th of the 11th, which is today. We're on Monday the 13th. So rather than me going through each and every single different week and then breaking it down and making this vlog a million years long, I'll just say that since then to now, I've stayed on plan the whole time. I've always been within my sins. I've always had my healthy extras. I'm continuing to do this thing where I'm eating as close to meals that the rest of the family are eating rather than me trying to adapt the family around to my eating. So basically I just don't feel like I'm missing out or that I'm eating a special diet or that I'm basically being tortured. I do feel like I'm eating like everybody else. I'm not losing the plot. I don't want to give up yet, and we are on, if you include my starting date, we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on 9 weeks that I've been back at Slimming World, and normally by now I'm definitely ready to throw in the towel normally. So I do think this new mentality of the way that I'm eating is definitely helping. So that's good. That's really, really good. And I've just got a new mindset this time. And again, I know it can sound but I can't give up. I cannot give up this time. So it doesn't matter how much I get frustrated with a plan, how much I want to have a day off, how much I want to change things up, whatever my excuse is that my brain makes up for that day, no matter how frustrated I'm getting. Because I will admit, I've been quite frustrated with the fact of not losing weight as quick as I've wanted to, or that I feel that I deserve to. I think that's a big one, isn't it? When you feel like you've worked a lot harder than what the scales are showing, you can get quite disheartened with that. If you gain and you know where it's come from, then you know where it's come from. But if you're working really, really hard and you're not seeing the results that you want, especially when other people in group are like, oh, I've had 3 takeaways this week and I managed to lose 3 pounds. I don't know where that's come from. You just don't want to hear it, do you? Nobody needs to hear that. So I think in those instances, people should just keep their mouth shut. But that's just my opinion. I know I wouldn't say it, if I had an amazing loss and I'd literally not followed the plan. I wouldn't say it because I know it makes me feel like crap, so I'm not going to intentionally make other people feel like crap. But anyway, I have stuck to plan this whole 3 weeks, and I'll tell you my total weight loss, because I have had a weight loss. I've not gained in those 3 weeks, thank goodness. So since the 30th up to today, which is the 13th, so in 3 weeks I've lost 5.5 pounds, which is amazing. I cannot grumble at that at all. I really can't. It's amazing. It's 5.5 pounds lighter than I know that if I didn't do the plan, I'd be at least 5.5 pounds, if not half a stone heavier. So that's it. And as much as, like I've said in the past, that I was a negative Nelly, I've given my head a wobble. I know that slow and steady this time round is going to win the race. I'm in it for the long haul. So if I'm only losing smaller amounts every week, then that is absolutely fine, as long as I lose. Even if some weeks I only get ½ pound, then that's fine, as long as I'm not gaining unintentionally. That's the thing that I'm really trying hard not to do with Slimming World this time, because again in the past I gained unintentionally, and I know that that was down to the plan rather than to me. I'm not blaming Slimming World. I know that that free food that you're allowed to eat in unlimited amounts, I actually ran with it. So I overate. There's no ifs and buts. I overate back in the past, which this time, you've heard me say that I'm doing Slimming World sensibly this time. I'm not doing that. So I am just keeping an eye on how much of this free food I'm eating and keeping a right eye on my sins. If I'm thinking something that is free food, rather than having it in too much, I might weigh out a portion instead, because I know that, like rice for example, is ridiculous in calories. For 300 grams of cooked rice, which really isn't a lot, it really isn't a lot. I could easily double if not triple that, which I know you might think, Andrea, you fat pig, but I really can, because I've just got a massive appetite. You know, like for 300 grams of it, of cooked rice, not dried rice, that is like 350 calories, which is insane. But for the amount of rice that you get, it's only like that. It's not a massive portion. You think 300 grams is loads, but it really isn't. So yeah, I'm just being very sensible. And like I've said, I know that slow and steady is definitely going to win the race this time. So 5.5 pounds off in 3 weeks. Bob on. Very happy with that. I am not grumbling at all. I am super chuffed. I got, on the 30th, I've got 2.5 pound loss, and then on the 6th, I got 1.5 pound loss, and then today I've got another 1.5 pound loss. So I'm chipping away at that 1.5. As you know, if you've caught my earlier vlogs, you'll know that that's my aim, that I want to lose at least 1.5 pound every week. That gives me a full year, and that'll give me the 6 stone weight loss that I'm hoping to get off. So that does mean, if you have done fast maths, not me, I would get my calculator out for it, but that does mean that I managed to get an award, which was my 1 stone award, which is happy days. Literally 1 stone, ½ pound loss I'm at, but I am in the next stone bracket. I'm now 15, 12.5. So I'm not saying that I'm comfortable. I don't know if the light's not shining too much. I'm not saying if I'm comfortable in 15 stones yet. I'm really not. When I get down to 15.10, 15.9, then I'm comfortable in it. But that 1.5 pound can quite easily fluctuate throughout the week, you know, depending what I'm eating and drinking and stuff. So yeah, I'll feel more comfortable when I'm, you know, a good chunk into 15 stone. But yeah, 1.5 1 stone, ½ pound loss so far. So yeah, very happy. Not sure what that's done with my BMI. I started with a BMI of 39.5, so literally just on the cusp of 40, which is insane. So I'm hoping it's made a decent dent, because I have dropped a stone. Now, dropping a stone, usually they say that's like around about a dress size. I've not dropped a dress size yet. However, a non-scale victory that I have had just this past week as well was that I can finally cross my legs comfortably. Before, in the past, I can cross my legs, but I'd have to like literally physically hoik my own leg over the other one and like hold it there, or it wouldn't stay there for long. It'd eventually just ping itself back off. I can sit cross-legged on the floor, you know, like you see school children do. I can do that, no problem, and on the sofa and stuff. But to actually sit with my leg over my other leg was quite difficult, whereas I can do that comfortably now, like comfortably. My leg don't ping itself back off after 5 minutes. It stays where it is. I don't get pins and needles in my leg. It's very happy to be where it is. And I used to always sit cross-legged, so it's fantastic that I can do it again. So yay. Might not have dropped a dress size yet, but I can cross my legs. I'm taking every single win that I can do. And I think I'm starting to see it. I know I've still got about 16 million chins, but I think I've got rid of one of them at least. Oh my God, I'm not going to do that. It's a good job that it's coming up to Christmas, isn't it? Because what is it? Turkey neck. Definitely. So yeah, that's it. It is quite short for me this week. I'm just about to go and pick up my Asda shop. I go to 3 different places. It's insane. I do a bit at Asda, and I do some at Iceland, and then I do the majority at Aldi. That's it, because I just can't get everything in the same place. So Iceland, the family are obsessed with these chicken strips that they get. They're amazing. They want the Mayflower southern fried style gravy sauce. I want the Weight Watchers tortilla wraps. There's certain things that Asda don't do and that Aldi definitely don't do. And then Asda, like obviously I need to get Kobe's milk, because he's just point blank refusing to go onto cow's milk. He just does not like the stuff. So because he still really enjoys his milk, we still get him the Cow and Gate, but he's on like stage 4 now because he's the big 2 years old. So yeah, I had that actually. I had Kobe's birthday, and I did treat myself to some birthday cake. But obviously I didn't have anything apart from the birthday cake. I didn't have anything outside of Slimming World. So I have managed to maintain a loss through a birthday as well. But even that bit of birthday cake, it'd have probably took me up to my sins, but it definitely would have taken me over it, because I only had a little bit. But yeah, just cracking on, trying my best, trying my hardest, trying to stay motivated, especially with this weather. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this time of year. However, it is extremely blustery and cold outside. I mean, you can probably see the clouds moving so fast above us. The car keeps shaking, so if the camera's wobbly, I do apologise. But yeah, even the car's like shaking and stuff. But I do love it when you're like nice and warm and toasty in the house, and then it's like this. So this time of weather is affecting my eating, because who wants to be having salads? Definitely not me. So I'm trying to incorporate more vegetables in my meals instead of having salads. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to waffle on any more than I need to. I will just say that I am genuinely going to try my best to film either some what I eat in a day's or what I eat this week. I might just do it over a week. I might just do the days. It completely depends how it goes, because I will honestly tell you that I've started a few vlogs a couple of times now. Well, in fact, more than a couple of times. Several times now. And I've just not managed to finish them, and I don't want to piece together loads of little bitty bits to make a vlog. I don't want to do that. I want like a really good, you know, either a full day's worth or a full week's worth of like certain meals. I don't want to just jigsaw something together. So I am going to try my hardest. I'm only working on Wednesday. I don't have any other shifts this week. I'm just doing a long day on Wednesday. And I've not picked up any bank shifts this week. I've got my mother over this weekend. She's coming over on Thursday, but she won't get in my way with sticking to plan or anything, so don't worry. But meaning that I should have more time to film something proper. So I promise I will try my damned hardest. But yeah, and then like I say, I'm planning on going to group again next week. So that's it. I'm going to go and whiz around, do all my bits and bobs. I hope you're all keeping really well, and that you're seeing the losses that you want to see on the scales. If you're not, hopefully you know why, that there's a reasoning why. But if there isn't any reason why, then just promise me that you will stick with it. Don't give up, because you do know that if you do give up, then you're going to be like what I would ultimately be like, and that is put the weight back on. So just persevere. Let's get up to Christmas, enjoy Christmas, and then again we can start again in the new year with a fresh, clean slate. I'm not throwing the towel in leading up to Christmas. I'm going to try and get as much weight off up to Christmas, but I will be giving myself probably, I'm going to be realistic, I'm probably going to give myself Christmas week, like in between, like from Christmas Eve up to probably New Year's Day. I'm probably going to give myself a decent week off. I'll still go to group, but I'm probably going to do something like that just because it's Christmas and I bloody deserve it. And I want to. That's the main thing. I want to. But anyway, I'll keep you posted anyway, whatever I decide to do. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you're not subscribed to my channel, if you can do, that would be amazing. I am really trying to grow my channel as big as I can do. And if you do enjoy this kind of content, then don't forget to hit the like, because then I'll know to keep obviously putting it out there. And like I've said, if I don't see you before Monday, then I'll see you at some point during the week with some form of what I eat in a day or week. You know, I'm going to be as surprised as you are, so let's find out what I do end up doing. Anyway, take care and I'll speak to you later.